Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa wala. Today, inshallah, we'll discuss the Battle of Badr in the class of Seerah. We already talked about the military expeditions, the army that the Prophet ﷺ established, the small groups of the soldiers that are called Saraya, and the purpose behind that. Once they established and they achieved the goals, now we are moving to another step. Now again, Muslims did not request or they did not go for a war to fight, but they had to. They had no choice. And we will see from this, the events of the Battle of Badr, that even this battle, the Muslims were not the ones who started it. It was the kuffar. The Prophet ﷺ took 314 men or 317 men. That's all what the Muslims had. And they had only 2 horses and 70 camels. That means most of them were what? Walking on feet. Why only this number? Because it was not intended for fighting. They heard that there is a caravan for Abu Sufyan coming from Sham, so they wanted to seize that caravan and take it. Can they do this? Isn't this the job of the thieves and the thugs? No, because they wanted their money. They wanted to get back what the kuffar took from them. So, they were few. Many of the Muslims did not witness the Battle of Badr because they did not hear about it. They were not expecting that there is going to be a fight. Once they knew that there is a fight, the Prophet ﷺ gave the banner to Mus'ab ibn Umair radiyallahu anhu. He was the first ambassador and he was the leader. He gave another banner to Ali for the Muhajirin and another banner for the Ansar to Sa'ad ibn Mu'adh radiyallahu anhu. But that even before the battle, just to divide the army, to divide the groups, that you are in care of the group, you are taking care of the Ansar, you are taking care of the Muhajirin. So the Messenger ﷺ, with this group of Muslims, which is large compared to the Muslims that are left in Medina, very few were left in Medina. Because Muslims themselves were few at that time still. Abu Sufyan heard the word and he was very cautious because it happened before. They heard that the Muslims are going in expeditions. So they did not want to be subject for raid. And that tells you that the goal was achieved by the Muslims. Because if there are people intending to attack Medina, now they will stop. They know that there are soldiers protecting Medina. There are companions. So Abu Sufyan was very cautious with his caravan. Why? Because it had 1,000 camels. It had lots of money. And there were 45 men. 45 men in that caravan. Abu Sufyan heard the news that the Muslims went out, a large group of Muslims went out to Badr. Badr was like a valley. And it was the path. Otherwise, you have to go all the way to the coast, almost like 40 miles west, or you have to go east. And you have to pass by Medina, and you don't want to do that. Because people may take from your merchandise. You will be subject for any kind of threat. So that was the path. Abu Sufyan heard the news that the Muslims left, so he took the west side. He took all the way to the coast. And he sent to Quraysh. He wanted reinforcements. He wanted help. Quraysh went. All the tribe of Quraysh went. because they thought that there will be a battle. Almost 1,300 men. No one remained in Quraysh, in Mecca, except Abu Lahab. Abu Lahab remained. Why? Because he was very sick. He was on the verge of death. He could not go. But he sent someone instead of him. Now Quraysh, all of it left because they said, now we will teach the Muslims a lesson. They went to take our caravan. They want to kill our people. We will go and we will fight them and we will stop them from doing this. So 1,300, almost 1,300 men left. They went. Once they reached Al-Juhfa, remember where is Al-Juhfa? We spoke about it. Once they reached there, Abu Sufyan sent the word to them that the caravan is safe. The caravan is safe, so go back. Abu Jahl refused. He said, no. We have to teach the Muslims a lesson. And there were negotiations amongst the leaders of Quraysh. What should we do? Abu Jahl insisted. One of Quraysh leaders, Al-Akhnas ibn Shariq, he was the leader of Banu Zuhra. He said, I will leave. Abu Jahl said, you are a coward. He accused him. But Al-Akhnas refused and he left. Banu Zuhra followed him. And they escaped from killing. Banu Zuhra left. The rest of the people, they remained. And they wanted to fight the Muslims. So they went where the Muslims are, in Badr. The Muslims knew that the caravan has already gone. So there is no gains anymore. There is no money. If you want, there is only a fight now. Now the Prophet ﷺ, in a situation, whether he withdraw to Medina and they will follow him, the kuffar, because Abu Jahl was insisting, or he will fight them, but the agreement with the Ansar was not on fighting. The Prophet ﷺ did not agree with the Ansar that they protect him outside Medina. That was out of the terms of the contract between the Messenger ﷺ and the Ansar. Now the Muslims, Muhajirin and Ansar, they were hoping that they could get the caravan instead of fighting. Why? Because it's easier. This is the nature of human beings. And Allah mentioned that in the Quran, in Surah Al-Anfal. وَتَوَدُّونَ أَنَّ غَيْرَ ذَاتِ الشَّوْكَةِ تَكُونُ لَكُمْ. This is in Surah Al-Anfal in the first page. And you wish that the other one, other than the difficult one, you get, which is the caravan. Scholars said that it is permissible when you do something for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to intend something else, because that's what the companions intended. They hoped to go for the gains of war. But that does not mean that you did not